Okay, good morning to everybody. Welcome to Nina and to Anirudh. How are you?
We are good.
We are good. We are
Thank
good,
you.
Meenakshi. How are you?
Very good. And today's special discussion because we've got the author of Just a Miracle as well as one of our readers, Anirudh. And Anirudh, who is based in Hyderabad and is an engineer, you have recently read the book. Tell us a little bit about what you liked about the book.
Well, to be honest, it was the honesty in the book. The writing was so good. Uh, you actually feel while reading the book, you are living that life. That is the best part about the book. The writing of the book actually makes you feel that you are actually living that life, and it's like not filled with fancy words or anything. It's just pure, the kind of words you use in your daily communications. So that is what clicks on with you. It makes you feel comfortable. Mainly for me, while reading a book, I've read many numerous books, but this was the first book which I completed in one day. In a day I complete the entire book, because that is how the book catches you. You don't feel like keeping it away. You just want to somehow see what happens in the end. And of course, you read the last part, and that finally it's ending on a happy note. But still, the writing makes you walk through the journey. And I can understand, ma'am has not really probably mentioned how tough it must have been in the real sense, because sir being in Indian Navy, the other position he actually achieved eventually, it must have been a really rigorous, very difficult journey, because different postings, and living that life. And it's just amazing, the way she has portrayed in the book. And of course, it has been like for me, it is one of the books which I have been telling even my friends that they should read it. Not because this probably is particularly an issue, but overall, there are a lot of things and issues in life which we at times feel that we are not up for it. But ma'am's writing actually makes you feel that no problem is big, that big. If you have the resolve in your mind, if you are having that positive attitude, you can achieve anything.
How wonderful, Anirudh. Nina, how does it feel to hear a reader review like this?
I mean, Meenakshi, really elated. There are so many people who have given me reviews, but then coming from a youngster, the other reviews are from my own friends who are of my age, or somebody who knew me very well. Anirudh doesn't know me at all. First, he just doesn't know me. He just knows my husband also through a little interaction that they had. And a review coming from you like that, it means a lot to me, and it means a lot. And especially, I feel so happy that I could connect up with an audience like you, a reader like you. How could I connect?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy about it. So very happy about it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all mine, man.
So
Pleasure is all mine.
there are two things which Anirudh said, which are very interesting even for me to hear. One is he said that I could feel part of her journey. Now the thing is, this is a journey of a woman, and it's a journey of infertility, which typically, like a young man, somebody who has neither lived it nor known you would find it difficult. So, Anirudh, the subject itself is something that most people neither talk about nor you are somehow privy to these conversations. So, how did you feel when you realized that the subject itself was something so different and so sensitive? How did you feel about that?
So, ma'am, just to give you, a background, I am, not married today, even today. Planning on getting married in a year or so. But my sister, I have an elder sister, and she actually went through the same audience, the similar audience. That is the reason why when I say, I could connect. Of course, we were there. So, whenever ma'am, in the book, it was written, that support that she got, the family support and everything, I could resonate that because I was that support. There were moments when my brother-in-law, he was kind of giving up the hope, and he was feeling bad when things were not actually moving in the positive way, because they tried for around 3 years for getting a baby. And I remember a day I was standing with him and I was holding him. I am like 6 7 years younger to him, but I felt at that moment I had to be there for him, and I stood up for him. I was with him. I was like, it happens, it's okay. I was giving that, I was consoling him. I was giving him the confidence that it will happen. What matters is the positive attitude and belief, mainly belief that good things are to come. You have to be patient, a patient, and you have to believe that it will happen. And that kind of support, I was the one giving it. So maybe first hand I did not experience it, but definitely second hand I had experienced it. And today I have a beautiful niece. Eventually it did come through. I have a beautiful niece and I love her like anything. She's the light of everyone's life. So I have actually lived through that journey. And reading this book, what the main good thing was, someone has written it down. That is the best part. There are many who go through that, they live that journey, but nobody talks about it or writes it, or nobody wants to discuss it.
Yeah.
Today we have something, a book which actually has the words, so that everyone can read. That is the best thing.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
You spoke so well about it.
Did you know this part? Did you know this part, Nina?
Only after I spoke to him, I did. He gave me a great review. So then I spoke to him, and that's the time even me nor George, nobody knew. And I just thought that because he knows George, so when George said I've written a book, he's just picked up the book. Just for that. I didn't know that this is the reason. But I'm sure, Anand, you would have picked up this book even if you didn't have a sister who had gone through it, because the way you express it.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yes. I think empathy. Anirudh, what we sense in you as a reader is what Nina is trying to sensitize society, which is like, let's be empathetic to everybody, especially those topics which are kept under wraps, which have become taboos. Unnecessarily, they've become taboos. So when you talked about how it somehow gelled with your life or resonated with you, do you feel that when more people read, there will be more understanding of what people go through, what couples go through, right? So did you talk to your sister about the book?
I gave the book to her and I have told her to order it. I showed the book to her. I said, I don't want to be like giving this book. I have bought it. It's more of a, the good way to actually promote that, you buy the book. So I've told her. I spoke to not just my sister, but my brother-in-law as well, my parents also. Because the day sir had shared with me the link of the book and the the unveiling ceremony photos of the book, I actually shared this book with everyone. And I have not actually shared with sir the messages that I had put. I did not just share the link or the photos, but I had written this is a topic they're touching is something sensitive. And we live in that kind of a zone, wherein we the pride is a big thing in the country. We think that pride is everything, and these are the topics which bring out people may judge you, something like that. But I feel that we as humans need to sensitize some topics which it shouldn't be a taboo, and you should be open about things. That is what even it's written in the book, that keeping to yourself doesn't help. You should have that support staff. Of course, you don't want to blabber it to everyone, but you need to have your set of people, and you need to identify them and be comfortable with them, because when you share, that time your mind is also it's मन हल्का होना जिसको बोलते हैं, you
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
you feel you feel very relaxed, that you have shared with someone who cares, and that also adds to the positive vibes, because those people who really care for you, they will give you positive thoughts only. They will make you feel that strong, because like I said, I was the guy who was standing with my brother-in-law, giving him hope, because when you care, when you really care for someone, you make sure that things work out for you. So that is really beautiful. And not just infertility, there are so many issues, like probably even things like depression. These are things you don't talk about. So this book, maybe it focuses on infertility, but basically for me, what this book means is being able to talk about things which are actually an issue but you don't want to talk about. So
very
that
well
is
said.
from
So
that
well
is
said.
this book for me.
So well said.
So Nina, this is your audience, right?
This
When
is
you
my
set
audience.
out to write a book like Just a Miracle, yeah,
This is my
you
audience.
probably didn't realize how far you were reaching.
Of course, I didn't realize. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody, and when what he told me is again a youngster. He said, "Ma'am, initially I thought that infertility. That is what initial my thing was. Okay, it doesn't concern me at all. But then I thought, because I know you, I thought maybe you would have written something else. Maybe it'll be helpful to me also." And he also said the same thing. And this is my audience that I want. Change in mindset. Like he said, okay, infertility, I've told because that is the only issue that I had in life. Now you put your any issue that you go through into that. All of us go through struggles in one way or the other. And like depression, like he said, people talk hushish about it. Depression doesn't mean that you're mad. People think that depression means, oh my God, how to talk about it. No, like all of us, if we think that we're all stable today, is just when you go into depression, it's just a whisker. By one whisker, we are out of the depression. We all can get into depression. So it is not about the infertility. This book is all about a solution to the struggles that you go through, and how do you stay strong in the struggles. Be it anything, you put your struggle there, and how do you go through that and still smile. You can still smile. Like the other day we were discussing, I mean, actually we were discussing with a friend of mine, like probably for me, I only wanted company. I didn't want a shoulder to cry on. I only wanted a company to be around with. Somebody's accepting me the way I am. So that's all that you need to do. That's all that you need. And this is the audience for me. And people like you encourage me to write more, Aniruddha.
Oh, wonderful. You know what I loved is that, yeah, we are having a discussion also on mental health, because any issue which becomes a societal taboo or a stigma can convert into affecting our state of mind, right?
Yes.
And like he said, write about it. Someone has written about it. And in your case, Nina, you wrote purely as like an exercise. It was like a journal you were writing. Am I right? That's how you
Yeah,
started.
see, Meenakshi, it all started when I went for a coaching course. I went for a certification as a life coach, and one of the assignments was write a story. Now, okay, being in the having been an educator, I knew a lot of things to write about. But then I thought, why not write about this story which is so dear to me? Why not bring it out? Then I left it out with 5,000 words. I left it off. Then a situation came in my life where my father-in-law was sick, and then I had to stay awake in the night. So I took out the story and I made it into a big story. And I wouldn't say I journal much about it, but writing was not very easy. Definitely, to bring out a book is not very easy. But I didn't journal much. but definitely, Meenakshi, a lot of thought process for it. And like again, I told the other day, I never wrote this book to become an author. I wrote this to be out in the world. This problem had to be out in the world. The emotional struggles have to be known by people, the society. Yes, Meenakshi.
All emotion is not a bad thing, right?
Not at
Anirudh,
all.
you would agree?
All.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like after you have said that you don't want to be an author, that's not the reason why you wrote the book. I really want to thank you that you have written this book. Decided to write this book because, like I'm saying, it is gonna touch a lot of people, their lives, and it is something like a guideline for crisis. Basically, for me, the takeaway is, it's a crisis management book. How to manage crisis, how to manage issues in your life. That is my, takeaway. That is because it could be anything. It can be any issues. I have a lot of life ahead of me, wherein I am gonna have faced many issues. But this book is gonna be my guide. Okay, this is how you face issues. This is how you tackle something. So really, thank you for writing this thing.
Anirudh, you have said something so critical because we were speaking to students a few days ago.
Yeah.
And what you've said is it'll help you manage crisis, manage challenges. Yeah, so there's a lot of emotional intelligence at play here. And I think all of us need it. Leaders need it. We need it for ourselves. So I think on that note, I guess that's the takeaway for all of us, that it is a book on infertility and it's called Just a Miracle. But the miracle is within us, right? We all have the capacity to lead ourselves into this whole journey of managing our difficult times. So thank you, Nina. As always, it's great to have an author and a reader on the same platform. So thank you to both of you. And I'm glad that this book is reaching out. And we'll continue this journey of talking to people who have read it and who have enjoyed it.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for moderating the whole discussion. And thank you, Aniruddha, for your heartfelt review, feedback for the book. I'm really,
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine.
Elated. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.